Alrighty, so the news is here, and it is a 2-hour maintenance, which is about what I was expecting. I wasn't sure if they were going to push for a 3-hour maintenance on a patch like this, but either way. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, that'd be super cool of you, but let's hop into this thing. So, we have the new green Matrona. This is going to be a step-up banner, so it's pretty cheap. You can get her for at the most like 242 gems if you have to go through the entire 10-step rotation. Two of those multis are going to be 1-gem multis, so that's kind of nice. A lot of the times whenever step-up banners come out, most people just do like the first multi for 30 gems and then the second multi for 1 gem, and then if they don't get the character, they kind of call it a day. I'll be honest, I don't really think this character is all that good. I'll try to pull up the character info in a minute and we can look at it a little bit, but yeah, I don't know, man. She's pretty bad. Either way, she is a new Matrona nonetheless, so, I mean, it's not anything exciting. Next week is supposed to be a collaboration. They've already started to tease it a little bit on Twitter from the official JP account, so, yeah. We'll obviously be waiting for bigger and better things, and I know a lot of people are tapped out on diamonds because we just got out of a festival, so take it, take it slow. Do your thing. Einik is coming back for Global Guild Boss, so that is pretty cool, I guess. There is an event Tower of Trials that's going to be going on, which I always like just because we get a lot of SA coins, and I'm currently trying to SA my entire box, so that'll help. Also, just some nice materials throughout this whole thing. So you get a couple of SSR pendants, a couple of demon foods, which is kind of nice, a couple of cosmetic enhancement materials, but mostly going to be SA coins here, so that's cool. Season 6 of Labyrinth is starting, which is pretty cool. We are getting a Transcendent Bond outfit, which I think I talked about it in the JP patch notes whenever I went over those a little bit, but I normally like sort of glimpse through those and just kind of make some comments here or there, but very bizarre to me that they just keep giving Transcendent Bond so many outfits. Like, I feel like the community is pretty divided on whether or not they like this Bond or not, and I don't know, they've just given him so many costumes. So this one, I'll be honest, it looks fantastic. It looks really good. So I'm never like, I don't know what it is about these face mask things. They always like, they're pretty cool, but they're also really edgy, so I don't know really whether or not I like them or not, but I think Transcendent Bond already has a couple of cool haircuts in general, so I may just like rock the costume and the weapon with like one of the haircuts that he already has, but I mean, hey, honestly, the entire package, if you're into that kind of thing, looks very good, and I have to say that they did a great job on it. So far, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Mael's Labyrinth costume, but it's still pretty cool. I feel like they're doing a really good job with the designs and everything like that on these Labyrinth costumes. So this is going to be the first Labyrinth since they're making some changes. If you watched the video that I did, I think it was a couple of weeks ago whenever they released the newest dev notes, they basically said that there was some things that they wanted to change. So we're going to go over the changes, if they have any. So, I mean, obviously, if you've been playing the game at all, you already know how to sort of participate in Labyrinth, and you know the basic rules to it, but here are the new rules for Season 6. So, increase Labyrinth points and drop rates from each boss floor. This is actually pretty interesting. I had somebody ping me in the Discord, which if you're not a part of, you can join down below. There's always a link to it. I got pinged on Discord like a day or two ago, and they were telling me that literally you can do like 1 or 2 runs of just like Labyrinth in general, and you can buy so many more things out of the exchange shop at the end. So just like your initial run, like you're not gonna have to farm the depths like over and over and over again like previous seasons to get everything out of it, which is really, really nice, because I mean, you know, the initial run through of Labyrinths can sometimes, you know, take a couple of retries, or, you know, I know a lot of people have, you know, issues just going through Labyrinth in general, which should be a little bit easier this time around, but just knowing that you'll be able to get more sort of like exchange shop points and everything like that that you can use just by going through the original like first 3 floors is really nice, actually. So that's kind of cool. In the Underground Labyrinth shop, you can purchase at random one of 3 types of Guardian Stones. So I think this is one of the biggest reasons why you get actual Labyrinth points through the initial run now, is that even if you lose in your run, you can basically go to the Labyrinth shop and buy these Guardian Stones, which are going to give you permanent stat increases for all of your runs in Labyrinth. So even if you have to reset and start a new team, the Guardian Stone buffs will actually persist through your runs. So if you're just getting really bad luck, you're getting bad character teams and stuff like that, you can't seem to get everything that you need to do right, so that way you can make your way through the labyrinth. Eventually, as you go through and lose, as long as you're buying these Guardian Stones out of the shop, you should hopefully be able to just eventually just run. I don't know if you'll be able to. I don't know how high the stats go, I guess, but as you lose, you'll get more stats by buying those, and it should make it easier overall so you can eventually win, which is, I think, a really good way to do it, because, previously, you basically just had to go for RNG. I know some people don't have certain characters, and you do have to own the characters to roll them in the shops at a certain point. So people were like, oh, just get Mael and it's easy peasy, but if you don't have Mael, blah blah blah, etc. So it should be a little bit easier now, hopefully. It says here, Guardian Stones increase all hero stats, attack, defense, and HP related stats, so that's very interesting, and all stats increase is pretty crazy. Guardian Stones can be enhanced the more of it you purchase up until level 90. Okay, so it does cap out, I guess. I don't really understand the level 90 thing. Maybe as you go through the labyrinth, once you hit level 90, you lose the buff, so I'm not 100% sure how that works, but we'll definitely see how that works whenever it drops and I can get my hands on it in Global, which, by the way, I do plan on doing live summons for Matrona, and we'll probably just jump straight into the labyrinth because Matrona's not really going to be good for anything specific. So instead of showcasing her, we may just end up messing around with Labyrinth for the live stream, so if you want to, chill out and enjoy the stream with us. I'll normally go live whenever the patches drop, which is around 12 a.m. my time, which is on the Eastern Standard Time. So I don't know. Feel free to stop by if you want to. But Guardian Stones enhancement reset at the end of the Labyrinth season. So obviously they're not going to persist through to season 7, they're just for each season specifically. So rewards, stage rewards, these are the labyrinth fragments that you use to get in, or to get the stuff out of the shop. Looking pretty cool. I mean, this is the same card that they've had for all of the labyrinth seasons so far, so I kind of don't understand that, but at the same time, it's a UR card plate at the very worst. So yeah, normal standard rewards there. You can see the costume in its entirety. I love these cool gemstone fragments or whatever that are sticking out of the the shoulders and the wrists and everything. Very, very cool looking set, to be honest. I love the black and red color scheme. Black and red always looks really good, and then you can see these purple accents on the the cloth that's coming off of it, which I think looks fantastic. I really do. So, another thing to note is you are going to be able to get Meliodas' costume in here as well. So, I'm pretty sure last time you could not buy Mael's, which was a little bit unfortunate, but hopefully they'll just kind of rotate older costumes and stuff like that throughout the shop as new seasons come out, so that way if you missed out on one, or whatever the case may be, you can go back and get that one at a later date. Unlike with final boss costumes, they kind of just end up locking those behind the specific final boss, and then people can't get access to them because they never rerun them, and it's just a whole hassle. So hopefully this will be a good system in the future. Looking pretty good, though. Bond costume, you can get the Meliodas one if you need it. Another card that has been in here for a while, but like I said earlier, you should be able to farm out this shop a lot faster than previous seasons, so that should be good. You can get 10 diamonds, 20 LR seals, which you definitely want to grab while you can, and then hopefully, I assume whenever the next Hero Arena season starts, they'll be announcing a new LR. I imagine, if we didn't talk about it already, this one is a 4-week season, so it actually starts on the 28th, which is tomorrow, and it goes all the way up until the 18th, which is a 4-week season instead of it being a 2-week like Season 5 was. So I think that's just because they're going to do the collaboration, and they don't want there to be a Heroes Arena season while there's a collab going on, which I could completely understand because there's a lot of seasonal heroes and stuff like that involved. I don't know exactly how they're planning to sort of rework that kind of stuff in the future, but either way... yeah, this is a 4-week season, so it's going to be a little while before we get a new LR character. But 2 new battle events, one with Gila, one with Shin, and then it literally just says thank you at the end. So pretty much good to go. Obviously not a crazy over the top patch or anything like that, but new Labyrinth season is pretty cool. Tower, event tower is always kind of nice. It's pretty easy most of the time. They have been kind of ramping up the gimmicks on these a little bit more lately, so that it might not be super easy, but either way, the materials that you get out of these are always worth getting. And then obviously the new Matrona, which is pretty mediocre, but either way, let me try to find her sort of skills really quickly. I'm not sure if Grand Cross Database is updated yet, but we'll go over the character really quickly before we end. Alrighty, so unfortunately, Grand Cross Database is not updated at the moment, but Kane from the 7DS Leaks Discord has translated this whenever the patch came out originally on JP, but Mercenary Matrona. Passive is Prideful Warrior. At the start of the battle, apply buff for 2 turns to all allies that decreases damage taken by 30%, and at the start of the ally's turn, heal allies for 20% of max HP if the ally is debuffed, which is pretty interesting. And then her first skill is an ultimate deplete, which is like a straight up ultimate deplete. It's not a dissolve or anything like that. And then the second skill is Fighting Pride, which is taunts the enemy for 3 turns and increases 20% of HP related stats. I did see Davo's video on this. It's 3 turns for all 3 cards, like level 1 through level 3. It's always a 3-turn taunt, which is pretty crazy. Kind of a nice thing there, but it's 10% HP related stats at level 1, 15 at level 2, and then 20% at level 3. So nothing like too crazy, really. I mean, it's just kind of like a pretty normal thing, I guess. Like, she's not like over the top good or anything, but you never know. Sometimes these characters end up being kind of useful for things in the future. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a copy while she's got a banner and it's really cheap. But that's pretty much it from me. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you in the next one.